I'm gonna tell you something I've never told anyone. And I swear on everything, this really happened. But first, you need to understand what it feels like to be the invisible daughter. The one they look through, not at. My brother? Oh, he was golden. Literally. They called him that. Golden boy. 3 varsity letters, a perfect SAT score, charm that could sell water to a whale. Me? I was just there. The quiet one. The one who fixed their Wi-Fi and remembered mom's doctor's appointments and never asked for anything. But here's the thing about being invisible. You see everything. It was Sunday dinner. Our family tradition. Which really meant watching Golden Boy get worshipped while I passed the mashed potatoes. That night, he was extra insufferable. Bragging about his early acceptance to a fancy school. Dad was beaming like he'd won the lottery. Mom kept touching his shoulder like he was going to disappear. And me? I just sat there, eating cold food, waiting for it to be over. Then Golden Boy looked at me, smirked. Hey sis, he said, all fake sweet. You gonna congratulate me? Or are you too bitter that your community college application is still pending? I didn't even react. I just said, congrats. That should have been it. But nah. He turned to my parents with this wounded look. See? She's so cold. She's always been jealous of me. I try so hard to include her and she just. My dad slammed his hand down on the table. Apologize to your brother. I blinked. For what? Don't get smart, Mom snapped. You know exactly what you did. That tone. Always that nasty tone. I wish I was joking. I literally said congrats. But Golden Boy had already painted me as the villain. And my parents? They needed him to be the hero. Because if he wasn't perfect, that would mean they raised 2 kids wrong. And their egos couldn't handle that. So Dad stood up, pointed at the door. Get out. I don't want to see your face until you can give your brother a real apology. The kind he deserves. I looked at Golden Boy. He was smiling. Not even hiding it. You're kicking me out, I said slowly, because I said congrats. I'm kicking you out, Dad repeated, because you're poison to this family. That's when something inside me clicked. Not broke. Clicked. I stood up, grabbed my phone off the table, walked to the front door. And right before I opened it, I turned back. Golden Boy was already laughing. Mom was looking away. Dad had his arms crossed. I looked my brother dead in the eye. And I said the coldest word I've ever spoken. Confirmed. Then I walked out into the freezing dark. I sat in my beat-up Corolla for 6 hours. No jacket. No plan. Just my phone and the folder. You don't know about the folder yet. That's fine. What you need to know is, I didn't cry. I didn't call anyone. I just waited. At 2 a.m., my phone buzzed. Mom, you can come back. But you will apologize in the morning. I didn't answer. At 4 a.m., another text. Dad, don't be dramatic. You're making this worse on yourself. Still didn't answer. At 5:47 a.m., the sun started coming up. And that's when my phone exploded. Golden Boy, where are you? Golden Boy, seriously, answer me. Golden Boy, please tell me you didn't send the folder. Then a call. I let it ring. Then another. And another. Finally, I picked up. Didn't say anything. Just listened. He was shaking. I could hear it in his breath. Please, he whispered. Please, please tell me you didn't. I didn't send the folder, I said. He let out this huge, shaky breath. Oh, thank God. Okay, we can fix this. Just come home. I'll tell Mom and Dad it was my fault. We'll delete everything. I didn't send the folder, I interrupted. I hand-delivered it. 3 hours ago. Silence. Then screaming. Not words, just noise. Like an animal caught in a trap. Behind him, I heard my dad's voice. Groggy. Angry. What folder? That's when the silence got loud. I could hear Golden Boy hyperventilating. My dad's footsteps getting closer. My mom's sleepy, what's going on? Then my brother, the golden one, the untouchable one, started crying. You don't understand, he choked out. She has everything. Every text. Every transaction. Every what? Dad's voice was ice now. I hung up, sat in my car, watched the sunrise, and smiled. because they had no idea what was coming next. So there I was. 6 a.m. Parked outside a 24-hour diner, sipping coffee that tasted like burnt regret. And my phone? It was screaming. 23 missed calls. 41 texts. Most from Golden Boy. Some from Mom. A few from Dad that started with "you need to come home right now" and ended with "or else." But here's the thing about "or else," when you've already lost everything, it doesn't hit the same. I finally answered one. Not because I was scared. Because I wanted to hear it. Dad picked up. Not Golden Boy. "Dad, where are you?" His voice was weird. Not angry. Controlled. Like he was talking to a bomb. "Somewhere warm," I said. "What do you want?" "Your brother is having a panic attack. Your mother is crying. You've destroyed this family." I laughed. Actually laughed. I destroyed it? Or I just showed you what it really looked like. Silence. Then Golden Boy grabbed the phone. His voice was wrecked. Hoarse. "Please. Please don't do this. I'll do anything. I'll tell them the truth." You had 3 years to tell the truth," I said. "You chose to make me the villain instead." I didn't. "You took my scholarship recommendation and rewrote it. You told my guidance counselor I was unstable. You stole from Dad's business account and put it in my name." More silence. "I have screenshots of every text where you bragged about it. Recordings of every call where you laughed about how stupid everyone was. And last night, when they kicked me out for saying congrats." I paused. I hit send on all of it. To Dad's boss. To the school board. To your early acceptance college. And to the police. The sound he made? I'll never forget it. It was like someone stepped on a puppy. "You're lying," he whispered. "You don't have recordings. You're not that smart. I'm the invisible one, remember? You never saw me. Which means you never noticed when I was recording." I hung up, drank my coffee, and waited. The next 72 hours were chaos. Dad's business partner called me personally. Asked if I'd be willing to testify about the missing money. I said yes. The school board opened an investigation into the scholarship fraud. My guidance counselor cried on the phone. Said she was so sorry she believed him over me. His college? They sent a letter within 48 hours. Rescinded his acceptance. Permanently. And the police? They showed up at my parents' house at 9 a.m. on a Tuesday. In front of all the neighbors. Asked Golden Boy to come with them for questioning. My mom called me, screaming, "How could you do this to your own family? He's your brother." I said, "He stopped being my brother the night he framed me for his theft." She said, "You're dead to us." I said, "I've been dead to you for 18 years. The difference is now everyone knows it." Then I hung up. Blocked her number. Blocked all of them. But here's the twist you didn't see coming. Remember that folder? It wasn't just revenge. See, while Golden Boy was busy being golden, I was busy being smart. I took all those recordings, all those screenshots, and I turned them into something bigger. A report. Detailed. With timestamps, witnesses, and financial records. I sent it to a journalist I found on LinkedIn who specialized in academic fraud. She called me 2 days later. "This is huge. Are you willing to go on the record?" I said, "I'll do one better." See, I had also been documenting everything for 3 years. Not just his crimes, but the way my parents enabled him. The way they looked the other way. The way they punished me for existing. I wrote a first-person essay. Titled it, "The Invisible Daughter." Sent it to every major publication I could find. 3 weeks later, it went viral. Like, actually viral. Millions of shares. Celebrities tweeting about it. News anchors talking about the girl who was kicked out for saying congrats. I didn't do it for fame. I did it so no other invisible daughter would feel alone. But here's the crazy part. Golden Boy's lawyer reached out. Wanted to settle. Said my brother was willing to apologize publicly if I dropped the charges. I said, "I'll drop the charges when he serves his time." They offered money. A lot of money. Enough to pay for college 10 times over. I said, "Keep it." They asked, "What do you want then?" And I said, "Nothing. I already took what mattered." The day of his hearing I showed up. Not for him. For me. He looked small. That golden glow? Gone. Just a scared kid in a cheap suit. My parents sat behind him. Mom was crying. Dad looked like he'd aged 20 years. They wouldn't look at me. The judge read the charges. Fraud, theft, defamation. Golden Boy pleaded guilty to a reduced charge. Got probation, community service, and restitution. But the real punishment? That came after. See, when the story went viral, people started talking. Old classmates came forward. Teachers. Neighbors. Everyone had a Golden Boy story. The bullying. The manipulation. The way he'd destroy anyone who got in his way. His reputation? Gone. His friends? Disappeared. His future? In shambles. And my parents? They became pariahs in their own community. Dad's business partner forced him out. Mom lost her book club, her church group, her entire social circle. One night, about 2 months later, I got a call from an unknown number. It was Dad. He didn't say hello. Didn't apologize. Just said, "Your mother wants to know if you're coming to Thanksgiving." I laughed. Actually laughed out loud. "Dad, you kicked me out. Remember? Poison to this family. Those were your words." Silence. Then he said something I never expected. "He's in therapy now." We all are. The therapist said we should reach out. I let that hang in the air for a long time. Then I said, "Tell the therapist I said good luck." And I hung up. Here's what I learned. Being invisible isn't a weakness. It's a weapon. Because when no one's watching you, you can watch them. You can learn their secrets. You can build your power in the shadows. And when the time comes, you don't need to yell. You don't need to scream. You just need to say one word. Confirmed. I'm at a university now. Not community college. A real one. Full scholarship. No help from them. No help from anyone. I walk across campus sometimes, and I think about that night. The cold. The silence. The way my brother's voice cracked when he realized I wasn't bluffing. And you know what? I don't feel bad. Not even a little. Because the people who are supposed to love you, they don't get to destroy you and then ask for forgiveness later. That's not how it works. So yeah, I walked out. I burned it down. And I built something better from the ashes. Would you have done the same? Or would you have stayed at the table?